I recently saw this post over on Reddit that said, if you had 24 hours to make $100, how would you do it? So in this video, we're going to talk about the 3 most popular answers, why you should or shouldn't do them, and a better opportunity that could make you $100 today and potentially thousands of dollars going forward. So the premise is really simple. If you had 24 hours to make $100, how would you do it? The first one, and I would say most popular one that I see a lot, not only in this subreddit, but across the internet, is to donate plasma. The top poster says that you could make about $75 the first time, and if you do it twice a day, you'd be around closer to $200. Obviously, the pros of that is it's your body. It's really simple to do. There's a low barrier to entry. You can literally get started right away. I would say those are probably the biggest pros. You can get paid the same day. However, I think there are a lot of cons with this opportunity. One, I think the biggest con is there might not be anything locally. If you live in a rural area, you might have to spend a lot of time driving out to wherever a larger city in order to get to donate the plasma. I would say another issue is the time that it takes for the initial exam and donation. You don't just walk in and spend 10 minutes and leave with $75. The first process can take literally hours because you've got to go through, you got to fill out some forms. You may have to answer some questions. You've got to get a little exam. And so that's going to take a lot of time. One person said that it took them hours to do the first donation because of the screening process. So if you're trying to make $75 and it takes you, 5 hours to do, that isn't that great of an opportunity because you probably could be spending time doing something else. And you're extremely limited by how many donations you can do a day, a week, a month, and potentially a year. Your body just can't reproduce the needed plasma in order to do it. Also, you got to make sure that you are in relatively good health. If you're in poor health, you might struggle with that. But I see that a lot. A lot of people are suggesting to donate plasma as a side hustle. But, if you need money this second, it may or may not work out for you for the variety of reasons that we mentioned. And I would also say another issue is that the amount of money that you can make is really dependent on where you live. If you live in a higher cost of living area, you might get closer to $100 in that first time. But if you live in a lower cost of living area, or maybe the demand isn't as high, you might not make as much money. The other thing that you want to consider is if you're driving to these places, how much money are you spending driving to and from? Are you going to spend money getting something to eat on the way or there and the way back? These are little things that a lot of people don't consider when they are doing a side hustle. But the most popular way that I see all the time are plasma donations at various locations. The second most popular on this post is thrift stores, where you buy stuff at a low price, clean it up, and repost it on Facebook. Now, on the surface, this sounds like a good idea. You go over to a thrift store and you find maybe clothes, you find tables, you find whatever they have there. You maybe wash them, you clean them up, you make them look pretty. You take a couple pictures and then you post them on Facebook Marketplace. In fact, I've been spending a lot of time over on Facebook Marketplace myself building a batting cage. And so you can find some really good deals. However, one of the biggest issues I'm going to say with this is that it might require significant upfront money, right? And if you're going over to a thrift store, you probably have to spend 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks in order to get a decent amount of clothing or tables or whatever it might be in order to find something that is actually going to be resellable. You're also limited by location. If you think about it, let's say you here in Kenosha, for example, we've got a Goodwill, we got a thrift store. You can buy it, and then you're really limited to the people that want to come pick it up. Again, if you live in a rural area, if you live out in the country, for example, you might not have as many opportunities to sell. You also have to be able to identify stuff that people actually want. You might buy a bunch of stuff, and then you got a bunch of stuff that nobody wants. Now, you probably could sell some of that stuff over on Craigslist or eBay as well, but now you've got a bunch of inventory that may or may not sell that you're sitting on and you're hoping it. I think with this one, it's probably going to take more than 24 hours to get done unless you find a deal, a steal, something that people are actually absolutely fighting over. So think about it like this. If you find another issue too is, let's say you find a table. You got to have a vehicle of some sort to be able to put that table in to transport it home so that you can then resell it. And then you got to think about how you're going to get that table to somebody else. Are you going to allow them to come to your house? Are you going to have them meet somewhere? What are you going to do? So again, I think this one's going to take a significant amount of time. It'll take you much more than 24 hours in order to find a person to buy it. I think that this certainly will take much more than 24 hours, and there's no guarantee that you'll even make your money back. Like I said, you could be sitting on a bunch of clothes or tables or whatever that nobody has any interest in, and now you've got to keep reducing or changing the price in hopes to getting someone to buy. So this one probably most likely will leave you in the negative for some time before you can you can flip it. So that is number 2. The third one, which is pretty popular, I would say, is door dashing, whether you do it on a bike or you do it with a car. Door dashing on a surface, really simple. You basically will just, and DoorDash was all about delivering food. Now you can deliver everything. You can have stuff from Lowe's, for example, delivered to people's house. So you're a delivery driver. You pick up an order from one place and you drop it off at someone's home, business, etc. Now, the pros of this, really simple, really easy. Anybody can do it. You could even do this walking if you live in a large enough city. The cons, I think, are far outweigh the pros. The biggest con that nobody talks about is the gas requirement, the toll it takes on your vehicle. The brakes need to be repaired, gas, oil, all of that stuff. And you're using your own equipment to try and make the money. Also, the amount of money that you make is going to vary by stop, by destination, and by what people are willing to tip you. And so you are going to have to drive a lot in order to make $100 in 24 hours. And so, again, this heavily relies on where you live. If you live in a well-populated area, maybe like Chicago, you could probably make a decent amount of money relatively quickly with this opportunity. But if you live in a suburb, if you live in a rural area where there's a lot of driving, it's going to cost you money before you start seeing that investment back. Those are the 3 most popular ones that I see all the time when people are talking about making money, side hustles relatively quickly, but I wouldn't do any of those. And I'm actually going to tell you what I think you should do that'll help get you money in 24 hours, as well as building something that will allow you to make money for weeks, months, and years to come. And before I share that with you, let me tell you a little story. When I first started to try to make money online, one of the first side hustles I tried was building out 5-page WordPress websites. And the reason why I liked building out 5-page WordPress websites was it was relatively easy. Anything you didn't know, you could go over to YouTube and ask, and there would usually be step-by-step instructions. This was well before AI and just asking AI and having AI walk you through it, but it was relatively easy. And so what I would do is I signed up for Thumbtack. I signed up for, I think, Angie's List, and there are all sorts of websites out there where you could post your side hustle. And the cool thing about it was with Thumbtack, you would get notifications that someone was looking for a web designer, and I could reach out to those people and say, hey, look, I'm willing to do web design work, and I'll do it for $300. Now, at the time, I didn't realize I was underbidding myself, and eventually I would make as much as $2,500 building out 5-page WordPress websites. I could build out a 5-page WordPress website in 3 hours. And what I would do is I would say, I would have them, I'd reach out to them through Thumbtack and various places. Eventually I'd start getting referrals. I would say, okay, you would get 5 pages, you get a home page, an about us, a contact us, and then like maybe a products page or about us page, something like that. And then I would tell them, send me all the images, send me any text or copy that you want, and then send me websites that you like the look and feel of. And what I would do is once they sent those websites, most likely the websites they liked were WordPress websites. So I would go over to a website called ThemeForest, and I would download those websites. You buy the templates, download them, and then you would just make the necessary changes, add in their pictures. Now with the ThemeForest, I think the themes cost, like $50 or so, between 20 and 50. But what you can do is once you find somebody, you got them on the hook, tell them that you're willing to do it for $300, but you need half up front so that you can get to work. You use the $50. You get $150. You use $50 of it to actually pay for the theme, and then you've made $100. It takes you 3, 4, 5 hours to build your first one, but the more you do it, the easier it gets, the more familiar it looks, it is. Now you might be wondering, what does this have to do with anything? What I'm telling you to do is, and I think what you should do is, in order to make $100 in 24 hours, is find a skill that you already have. Most likely you are not an expert, but you have deep understanding in something. If you are an adult, you made it to 20, 30, 40, 50, people have been asking you questions. They've been asking you for help with things. Maybe you're good at woodworking. Maybe you're good at basket weaving. Maybe you're good at pickleball. Maybe you're good at hobby. Doesn't matter. What you do is figure out what you are good at or better than most in, and you offer that as your service. So for me, it was 5-page WordPress websites. Go on something like Thumbtack or Angie's List and get clients. Once you start getting clients, document the process, document what you've done. How you got the client, document the process to satisfy the client. So for me, I would document the process of building out the 5-page WordPress website. I would document going into their account and setting it all up, making the changes. And the reason why we're doing that is so that we can build a long-term business and not just a one-time $300 or eventually $250. So you document the process, and then you've got two options. You've got three options really. One thing that I would do with these clients is I would offer a reoccurring monthly subscription. I would say, hey, for $50, I will keep your website up to date. Most business owners don't realize that keeping your website up to date just meant going into WordPress once in a while and clicking automatic updates or update. You can also offer packages where you, if you're doing the WordPress thing, you're offering additional services. Hey, for $100 a month, I'll update with new pictures, or I'll add in a blog post, or whatever it might be. I'll update your calendar, things of that nature. That's one way. Another thing you can do is, since you've documented the process, now you can turn around and sell that process as an asset. So for me, what I wound up doing was I turned my process of building out 5-page WordPress websites into a course to teach other people how to find clients, how to secure clients, and how to build out these WordPress websites as an actual business. And so that way, other people that are just getting started that want to learn how to do this service, they now know, because of what I show them step by step, how to find clients, how to quickly build out these different things, and how to build out reoccurring income. And so you have a couple businesses stacked on top of each other. The other thing you can do is you can start getting referrals. If you do a good job, businesses will refer you to their friends who are usually other business owners. But that's what I would do in order to make $100 in 24 hours. Take the skills that you already have, take the knowledge, skills, experience that you already know, and see if you can offer it as a service. That way you might not have to drive. You might not have to go get poked with a needle. You might not have to put additional wear and tear on your car. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of clothes that people might not want. You're getting money up front, and it's really important that you get money up front. Get money up front, solve the customer's problem, because that's all we're really doing is we're just solving problems, and then figure out a way to get recurring income, so offer additional services, and then get referrals. I think that is a much better way than trying to get poked with plasma or going over to the Goodwill or Salvation Army. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. How would you make your first $100 in 24 hours? Another simple thing is just go door to door in your local neighborhood. If you know how to cut grass, if you know how to wash windows, do those simple little tasks, and then teach it as a skill to other people. You'll have social proof that you've done it, and there are millions of people that want to learn what you know and what you've already figured out, and so they'll watch your content on social media, whether you decide to do a TikTok or YouTube, Instagram, and they'll pay you for your knowledge. That's the best way to go in 2026. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.